Welcome back to the Bak'n Show. In today's episode, we're going to go over the laundry room grow. It's been a little while since I did a video in here, so we're going to take a look at the girls because all of these are coming down here soon. This here and this tent are the last day of week 7 of flower. That makes this day the last day of week 8 of flower. So we're going to take a look at these, each one of them, get a closer look at them. These are starting to fade out. When I take you off the tripod, you'll see what I'm talking about. But these were the ones that were gifted to me by a buddy of mine, and we grew them out, and they were already in week 1 of flower, or maybe a little beyond, he said, when he gave them to me. So these should be coming to an end, and they're still fairly green. You know, very little fading in the back. And I haven't been giving it any newts, but the soil was re-amended, and he said he supercharged the soil, so it was it was quite a bit of fertilizer in there, and you could tell. But again, there's some nice sized nuggets, little nuggets on here. Starting to get some coloration in the leaves here, where it's starting to turn like a little purple color. And like I said, when I get you off the tripod, you'll get a better look at them. And then same thing over here, these two tents here. Getting ready to go into the last week of flower. If I just go 8 weeks, and in the past I've done 8 weeks with these strains here, and they were fine. And I have gone with this particular one here, the Sour Power. I have gone 63 days with that too. So we'll see what they look like. The trichomes will tell us what we'll be doing. And this is the Spider Farmer tent here. And I have to say, with this Spider Farmer light, I was definitely impressed because it didn't. The tent didn't get as hot as it normally does in the past when I was growing in here. Fantastic light. The light spread is great. The plants damn sure loved it. Is loving it. Nice size nugs, and I think I mentioned this in one of the other videos. This is the first time I've grown this, and this particular one, and it got this big. Now, I've grown it quite a few different times, but I never had this particular pheno number 2 of the Sour Power, get this big. Even when I grew over here in a 4x4, she didn't get this big. So the light is definitely rocking and rolling. The blue milk is the other plant that's in there. Over here, I forgot to mention, those are the Joker's, the Joker's candy on the left, and Fiji here on the right. And then the plants over here, once we get over here, I'll go over which each one of them are. But that's what we had so far. Let me take you off the tripod and give you a closer look at each one. Now over here, the first 2x4, this is the Fiji and the Joker's candy. And these two plants here, wasn't a whole lot of training done. When they first got them, they was just going straight up, and they were bushy and they were a mess. They need to be cleaned up. So I cleaned them up, and I had these bent over. Both of these main stalks here bent over under the net, the trellis net, to allow these side shoots here to develop and get bigger. Let me get a little closer here. To get bigger, and they did. They stretched out, and each one of these here are really solid nugs all the way down the stem here. So we definitely got some nice growth. Nice stiff hard bud. Let me get a little closer. This up here is really dense bud. So, and this is the one where you got the discoloration, not the discoloration, it's starting to fade to the purple. So I may let this go another week to see if we get a little bit more fade in the leaf. And then also, like I did just mention, it will be determined based on the trichomes. And I'll pull a microscope out and we'll take a look at that. And this is the Fiji over this side. And just like the other one, nice dense. It's not as dense as the one on the other side, but see how close I can get. Let me do it this way. Little wind is, the fan is blowing the nugs there. But yeah, this is a trichome shot. But yeah, that's what this girl here, and that's the Fiji. That's what she's looking like. Let me come back out a little bit there. And yeah, I do. I just noticed, and I think I do. Yeah, I do. Got a few diodes out on that light up there. I didn't realize that. See the couple blank spots there? Same thing on that side. Wow, I got a couple of this and again, I had this light for some years now, HLG light. I have quite a few grows with this thing. Excuse my finger. But I didn't realize those diodes were out. So I had to check that light out. This might be time to replace that light. Again, I've had it up here for some years. Spider Farmer blessed me with that light over here, and we're gonna go to that tent next. And that light is doing dynamite. Maybe it's time to get a Spider Farmer light up in here too. But that's what these girls look like. And like I said to you, this tent here this is the last day of week 8 of flower. And I may push her a little further because the leaves are still pretty dark. But once I pull a microscope out and get a closer look at the trichomes, that will be the determining factor if I cut her down tomorrow or not. But let's take a look at the next tent. Now over here in the next 2x4, this is where the Sour Power, pheno number 2, and the Blue Milk resides. And this is, like I said to you, this is the last day of week 7 of flower for this tent here. And these plants are definitely doing great. Nice snugs on them. A hell of a smell coming off of them. Nice and dense. Yeah, I can't wait for this one here. I like this particular pheno. See if we get a closer look at it. Nice trichome set on it. But yeah, y'all have seen this one here quite a few times, the Sour Power. It's nothing special about either one of these. Even this Blue Milk over here. You know, it's nothing new. It's been around, but definitely dynamite smoke. Nice frost level on this one. It's not extremely, it ain't real frosty, but it's a nice frost level, and the smell off of that thing is dynamite. Yeah, can't wait for this here run. But y'all, like I said, I'm not gonna stay on these plants too long here because y'all have seen these in the past. They're doing great. They're just flopping over. I did put a little support by it. If you can see the yo-yo lines coming down on that plant there to stand her up a little bit, because if you remember, this plant here was just all flattened out, all back in the air. So this was like the main shoot here. I pulled her from up under the net, which was going this way, brought her back, put a couple yos on her, and just stood her up so all the light can get to this lower stuff that was right in here that was kind of getting buried because all of this was flopping over. But other than that, didn't have to do anything because there's plenty light getting everywhere on this plant because the way she just laid down. And I have the light maxed out. And again, this is the Spider Farmer. So I don't know if you can see the dial, but it's on 100%. And she's rock and rolling, man. This is definitely an impressive light. I like the light a lot. Again, it does me. I like it a lot because one, great light distribution, and the heat. It's not a lot of heat. And then when you want growing in a 2x4, and again, this is a 2x4 by 5 foot tent, it's not a lot of space there. So, and my other times I've used this with the HLG light that I had in here for years, the heat. And actually in this particular tent here, I had one HLG light, another 240, similar to the one we just looked at, that the diodes are going out in. It was the other one where the board is shorter, where the two boards, chip boards are closer together. So, and then I had the Mars Hydro TS600 in here next to it to see if that would give more light. And it did, but it also came with some more heat. So that's why I'm glad Spider Farmer reached out to me offered me the light to check out and do a review. I'm not necessarily doing a review on it, but just using it during my on my channel and a grow and see how it runs and damn, it's a fantastic light, man. It's not expensive. I think the light is like $230 or $220, something like that. And the light would definitely pay for itself after one run. But yeah, the light is definitely, I like the coverage in this 2x4. So I'll definitely be keeping this light in this tent for, a couple years. Unless they come up with something else that they want me to do a review on or a run. And this could be just the Spider Farmer tent. Just do the Spider Farmer lights in this tent here. Unless they give me a big boy, and I wouldn't mind getting a 5x5 Spider Farmer light, because it can go out there in my that big 5x5 tent that I just took down. But yeah, that's enough over here in this tent here. And as you can see, the girls are doing fine. One more week, maybe two, and I'll be chopping this one. But let's get the 4x4. Now over here in the 4x4, like I said, these plants here, it's the last day of week 7 of flowering. We're going into week 8. And the ones in the back there, they're starting to do their feed. That one in that corner right here, this is the orange cello right here. That sucker there, boy, you had to feed her more than the other 3 plants that are here in this tent. Then that one there started right after that, and that's the biscotti mint, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's the biscotti mint back there. That started its feed. And then over the last couple days, this one here, the Pulp Fiction, is in this corner here. She started her feed. But as for this one here, this is the mild strain of Full of Funk. I don't know, I can't see. Yeah, she's feeding too. I'm starting to see the yellow in there. This probably just started over the last day or so, because it wasn't looking like this. So, yeah, we definitely coming to the end. The plant is going through its senescence, and we'll be chopping this one down. And then this one here, more than likely, I'm only going to let this one go the 8 weeks, the complete 8 weeks, because I've ran this before, and I don't really see no need into pushing these 9. But we'll see. Again, we always check the trichomes first and see where they at. But just from my experience growing everything in here, except that orange cello, this is only the 2nd run with her. These can come down definitely in an 8-week time frame. Now the other 2, what is that? The Joker's Candy and the Fiji. First time I ever ran them. Again, like I said, they were gifted to me from a friend of mine. He couldn't finish them out, so I finished them out for him. And from what they look like now, possibly I could push them a little longer. But again, we're going to definitely look at the trichomes after this video and make a determination if I'm going to cut them down. But if I do decide to cut it down, I'll come back and add something to this video. Or you'll just see it in next week's video. That's all. I won't definitely add nothing else to this. But yeah, if I decide to cut them down, yeah, you'll just see that next week's video. But it's not a whole lot to talk about in this week's video here. Again, like I said, the plants are doing great. Got some nice growth on it. Definitely looking forward to this orange cello, because the last time I ran this, I kind of screwed it up. So I just took the whole plant. They had nice smells, and she's nice and dense. Just took the whole plant, and I just put it all in a bag and threw it in the freezer, and it's been in there the whole time. So I said I planned on at least try to wash it to see if I can get anything out of it, press it or whatever. But just haven't got around to it yet. And I got a couple pounds in my refrigerator. That I need to wash. So here in the near future, I'll be definitely doing a wash video again, and see what we can get out of that particular one. Because the last time I did a wash video, I didn't get a lot. But I think the stuff that I have now, I definitely should get a nice return out of it. But that's enough about rambling on about this here. As a matter of fact, I think some of these here, 2 of these plants, I might have still quite a bit of that in the jar. I might not. I'll go check and look. But I might even try, I would love to try to wash this full of funk. Yeah, she's a nice frosty girl. So, yeah, you know, I always wanted to wash one of mine. I haven't done that yet. I might even try that this run. Take this full of funk, just take the whole thing, freezer, and wash. I'll see. But yeah, man, that's what the garden is looking like here in the laundry room this week. If you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, share, and subscribe. And until next week, stay bacon.